Prove it. Not to them, not to anyone else, but to yourself. That's where the fire starts. Don't do it for the applause, for the validation, or for the recognition. None of that matters. The world is filled with hollow praise, and chasing it will leave you empty. No, you do it because deep down, you know there's something inside of you worth unleashing. Because the person staring back at you in the mirror deserves to see the truth. Your truth. You see, life isn't about matching the expectations they set for you. It's not about living up to the mold someone else cast you in. It's about taking everything you are and sharpening it into something that can cut through any obstacle. It's about the battle you fight each day with the person you were yesterday. That's your only competition. Every scar, every misstep, every time you fell, it all brought you here, to this moment. It's about deciding, once and for all, that you will do whatever it takes to turn potential into reality. There is power within you, even if no one else sees it yet, even if you can't fully see it yet. But it starts with belief. Belief is a fragile spark at first, so small that it feels like it could be snuffed out at any moment. But if you protect it, feed it, that spark grows into a flame, and that flame becomes an inferno. Remember, every time you face something new, something daunting, you started with doubt, but you kept moving forward, step by step, and eventually, the impossible became second nature. That is the power of nurturing your own belief. And soon, that fire inside you becomes unstoppable. But here's the thing. That fire, that spark, it needs protecting, especially in the beginning, when it's weak, when the world feels like it's closing in, when it feels like everyone is against you. That's when your belief needs you the most. You have to guard it, keep it alive, until it's strong enough to carry you through. Too many people spend their lives trying to prove something to others, impressing their friends, their family, their colleagues. But when you focus on proving it to yourself, that's when the magic happens. When you are driven by your own conviction, when you know deep down what you are capable of, it's not a question of if you'll succeed. It's a matter of when. Every day is a chance to be better than you were before. Every morning, you make a choice to stay where you are or to take one step closer to who you're destined to be. It's not about giant leaps. Sometimes, it's the smallest, most incremental steps that matter most. It's about consistency, patience, and trust. Trust that every single action, no matter how insignificant it seems, is leading you somewhere greater. The first person you must conquer is yourself. The first battle is always with the one looking back at you in the mirror. If you want to be successful, if you want to rise above the ordinary, it starts with you. It starts with proving that you are willing to do what others won't, to wake up earlier, to work harder, to stay disciplined when no one is watching. The truth is, no one's coming to save you. No one's going to hand you the life you dream of. You have to give yourself permission to succeed. You have to decide that your dreams are worth the sacrifice, worth the discipline, worth the struggle. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect. It's saying, I am worth the effort. Momentum is powerful. It starts with small actions, repeated every single day, until they become habits, until they become part of who you are. At first it's hard, like pushing a boulder uphill. But once you get it moving, once the momentum builds, it takes on a life of its own. What was once a struggle becomes second nature. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when you wonder if it's worth it. Those are the days that define you. Anyone can keep going when it's easy, when everything is falling into place. But when the storm hits, when nothing seems to work, that's when you find out what you're truly made of. Prove to yourself that you are stronger than the storm, that you can stand tall no matter what. Sacrifice is the price you pay for greatness. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something you've never done. You have to be willing to let go of what's comfortable and step into the unknown. You have to be willing to sacrifice who you are for who you could become. When you prove it to yourself, when you make those sacrifices, when you stay disciplined, life will reward you in ways you can't even imagine. Opportunities will open up. Doors you never knew existed will reveal themselves, and you'll find a strength within you that you never thought possible. And most importantly, you'll know, deep down, that you did it. Not because someone else said you could, not because someone else gave you permission, but because you proved it to yourself. The world is filled with noise, the opinions of others, the expectations they try to place on you. It's all just noise. To rise above it, you must silence it. Block it out until all that remains is your own voice, your own conviction. Your dreams don't need validation. They don't need approval. They need your effort. They need your dedication, your persistence, and your resolve. Every single day, you face choices. Choices that seem insignificant at the time, but shape the trajectory of your entire life. The decision to get up early or hit snooze. The decision to push harder or settle. Each choice, no matter how small, is a chance to prove it to yourself. A chance to say, I will not settle. I will not accept less than what I am capable of. These small moments, stacked together, become the foundation of your greatness. The truth is, you are your own worst enemy. The doubts, the fears, the voice in your head that tells you it's okay to take it easy, that's your real competition. And every time you overcome it, every time you choose to fight, instead of giving in, you are winning the only battle that truly matters. You are defeating the version of yourself that would settle for less, that would stay comfortable, that would hide from the challenge. And in doing so, you are becoming something greater. Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It's earned in the early hours of the morning when you're the only one awake, putting in the work while the rest of the world sleeps. It's earned in the moments when you're exhausted, when every part of you wants to quit, but you choose to keep going. It's earned through sacrifice, through the pain that comes from pushing beyond what you thought was possible. And through all of it, you learn. You learn that you are capable of so much more than you ever believed. You learn that the limits you thought were real were just illusions, just walls you built to protect yourself from the discomfort of growth. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth happens in the moments when you push past the fear, past the pain, and into the unknown. You will be tested. Life will throw challenges at you that seem insurmountable. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments that bring you to your knees. But those moments are not the end. They are the beginning. They are the times when you have the opportunity to prove to yourself just how strong you are. To rise again and again, no matter how many times you fall. There is beauty in the struggle. There is beauty in the moments of doubt, the moments of pain, the moments when everything seems to be against you. Because it is in those moments that you find out who you really are. Not who the world thinks you are, not who you pretend to be, but who you truly are at your core. The person who refuses to quit, who refuses to back down, who refuses to settle for anything less than greatness. Proving it to yourself is not a one-time thing. It's a daily commitment. It's waking up every morning with a purpose, with a fire in your soul that says, today, I will be better. Today, I will give it my all. It's the commitment to do whatever it takes, no matter how hard, no matter how uncomfortable. It's the understanding that every step, every struggle, every sacrifice is worth it. You have to be willing to bet on yourself when no one else will. You have to be willing to put everything on the line for the chance to become who you know you can be. That kind of belief, that kind of faith in yourself is rare. It's not easy. It's not comfortable. But it's the only way to truly live. And when you prove it to yourself, when you stay disciplined, when you make those sacrifices, something incredible happens. You begin to inspire others. Your actions, your commitment, your resilience. It becomes a beacon for those around you. People see the fire in your eyes. They see the strength in your actions, and they begin to believe in themselves too. Your journey becomes a source of hope, a reminder that they too can rise above their limitations. The journey will never be easy. There will always be obstacles, always be challenges, always be reasons to quit. But those who succeed, those who achieve greatness, are the ones who refuse to give in. They are the ones who prove, day in and day out, that they are stronger than their circumstances. They are the ones who rise, no matter how many times they fall. Every scar, every bruise, every failure is a testament to your strength. They are not marks of defeat. They are marks of resilience. They are proof that you have faced the fire and come out the other side stronger. They are proof that you have the courage to fight for what you want, even when the odds are stacked against you. Proving it to yourself means embracing the setbacks, the failures, the pain. It means understanding that each challenge is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to become better. It means looking at every obstacle and saying, "This will not break me. This will make me." The world will try to tell you that you can't. It will try to hold you back, to keep you in a box, to make you believe that you are less than what you truly are. But you have a choice. You can accept the limitations they place on you, or you can shatter them. You can choose to believe in yourself, to fight for your dreams, to prove every single day that you are capable of more. Your journey is yours alone. No one else can walk it for you. No one else can fight your battles. No one else can prove your worth. That is your responsibility. And it is the most important responsibility you will ever have. Because at the end of the day, the only person you have to answer to is yourself. When you look in the mirror, what do you want to see? Do you want to see someone who gave up, who settled, who accepted less than what they were capable of? Or do you want to see someone who fought, who gave it everything, who refused to quit? Do you want to see someone who proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they were capable of greatness? The choice is yours. Every single day, you have the opportunity to prove it. To prove that you are stronger than your fears, stronger than your doubts, stronger than anything that tries to stand in your way. To prove that you are worthy of the life you dream of, that you are deserving of success, that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. So prove it. Not for them, not for the applause, not for the recognition. Prove it for yourself. Prove it because you know, deep down, that you are capable of more. Prove it because you deserve to live a life that is full, that is rich, that is meaningful. Prove it because you have something special within you, something the world needs, something that can only be unleashed if you are willing to fight for it. Prove it in every moment, in every decision, in every action. Prove it in the way you rise after every fall, in the way you keep going when everything seems to be against you. Prove it in the way you refuse to settle, in the way you refuse to accept anything less than your best. The world will try to break you. It will try to tell you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy, that you cannot achieve what you dream of. But you have the power to prove them wrong. You have the power to rise above, to become more, to achieve greatness. And it all starts with proving it to yourself. So go out there, fight for your dreams, face your fears, rise above your doubts, and prove it. Prove it to yourself, and watch as the world falls into place around you. Prove it, and watch as your life transforms into something greater than you ever imagined. Prove it, and become the person you were always meant to be.